Shalom, everyone. Servant R.D. Ramont. Go how your kingdom of heaven is at hand. I'm here with another video. This one is entitled Too Superstitious. Yeah, that's right. This subject matter and this discussion, short message, will be taken from Acts, the 17th chapter, where Paul was at Athens, at Mars Hill. And Paul ran into a bunch of philosophers, Greek thinkers, and they were there pontificating and philosophizing on ideas and thoughts and concepts. And Paul, he saw this idol. He saw many idols. And he saw one that grabbed his attention that said, "To the unknown God." When he saw that, he decided to use that as a conversation piece and join in. And as he joined in, he said something profound. He said, "Men of Athens, I perceive that you are too superstitious." What he was saying to those men, they were trying to explain and trying to philosophize something that was great, something that was new credos, new ideologies. That's why they gathered, to hear something new. They were going overboard, overkill with all of their pontifications. And Paul, he just wanted to bring the simplicity of the Most High, of our brother Messiah, the candor of the Father's order. And he began to talk and began to tell them about the simplicity of Yah. Now, as we fast forward to today, 2024, you have people with that same ideology as those on Mars Hill. They feel like they have to do something great. They feel that they have to do something inflated or excessive in order to find favor with the Most High. As a matter of fact, when Paul said, "I perceive that you are too superstitious," he was really telling them that not only were they too religious, but the definition out of the strong concordance is people who have conceit that Yah is well pleased by an overdoing or external observation, that the Father is well pleased when you do all these things. You have people, they have vigils. They have vigils and they pray and they say, if you do this, you will be above the next person. If you join in on this, this will put you on the cutting edge. That's Christianity. That's not the word. Sure, a person should always pray and not faint. Sure, a person should consult the Most High. Sure, a person should acknowledge the Most High. As a matter of fact, Solomon chimed in Ecclesiastes. He stepped up to the plate. He stepped up to the podium. He stepped up on the world stage and he told all of us, everyone who have breathed oxygen and walked on Yah's green earth. He said, let's hear the conclusion of the matter, y'all. Fear Yah and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. That's so simple, but yet it's so complex, because people find other entities to fear. Everything but Yah. Not understanding whatever you fear, you render your faculties to. Therefore, that which you are fearing gain power. They are empowered. They are uplifted, and you are diminished. The only entity where you will be empowered and diminished at the same time is rendering your fear to Yah. Yah don't have anything to prove. All these other entities, they need to be raised. They need to be uplifted. Yah don't need to be uplifted. He already uplifted. This is why we call him the Most High. As a matter of fact, that's what his name means. Yah means the one which rides above the heavens. No other deity or entity or living organism of any kind created can even dare rise above, up into the region where Yah resides. That's why Hashatan found himself falling like lightning to the earth, because he dared to try to raise himself above his own status and into the region of the Most High. This is why Solomon said, Solomon done everything. Solomon had more money than all of the men who ever walked the earth, all the money put together. He was rich. Not only that, he had wisdom. No other man breathing oxygen, no other man that ever breathed oxygen was wiser than Solomon. And he had all the women. He had more trim than 500 men can have. He done it all. And what did he say? Our whole duty is to fear Yah and keep his commandments. Simplicity, the candor of Yah's order. But you got people that feel like they need to do this, they need to do that. They like Naaman in the book of Kings. Naaman, he was a great ruler, but he had leprosy. He heard of Elisha. Long story short, he went to Elisha, and Elisha told him, look, you want to get rid of your leprosy, you go dip in the Jordan 7 times. Naaman got pissed off. He got mad. You can find that in 2 Kings, the 5th chapter, and start reading around the first verse. Naaman, he said, what is this? I thought that he would raise his hand. I thought he would do something, some great ritual, and he would pray, and then after he prayed, that he would call upon the Most High, and miraculously I would feel the leprosy exit my body. He wanted something huge to happen. Just like those men in Athens, they wanted something huge. They wanted something big. They wanted something new. They wanted something exciting. Often you would hear when the Father speak, he would speak in a small, still voice. When you read in Isaiah, the 53rd chapter, where it described the Messiah in future times, he said he had no form of comeliness. It wasn't pleasant. Even Yahshua himself, when he talked about John the Baptist, Yachanan the Baptist, in Matthew 10 or 11th chapter, I think it's 11th chapter, where he said, what was you looking for when you went to John? Were you looking for a reed shaking in the wind? Were you looking for something that was spectacular? Was you looking for a big, huge sensation? The simplicity of Yah's order. We as a people, we've been too superstitious. Just like Naaman. When Elisha told him to dip, he said, I don't know what's wrong with this man. I thought he was going to bring a huge prayer. And besides, why would he tell me to go dip in the dirty Jordan, the dirty, murky waters of Jordan? He could have said Abana. Abana was a mountainous stream. It flowed from the mountains through Damascus. Spring water, clean fish. People drank from it. Nature, something that was pleasant, something that was pleasurable. He was upset with Elisha. He went on to say, or the waters of Pharpar. Pharpar, it flowed from Mount Hermon, the beautiful Mount Hermon. We went on top of Mount Hermon when we were in Israel. It's beautiful. The snow on top of Mount Hermon, it melts and it flows down in the stream where people would go, and it's a therapeutic type of stream. How come he didn't tell me? Why he tell me to go to something simple and plain and lowly as Jordan? And one of Naaman's servants said, if he would have told you to do something great, you would have did it. Sir, brought him down. There are a lot of Naamans today that think they get together and they pray and we do this devotion and totally disregarding what the Most High said. And he said, you go give your gift to the altar. Prayer is a gift. Prayer is a petition. You bringing your petition to the Most High. A gift. Petition is a gift to the Most High. Asking him of something. He said, when you go to the Most High with your gift, your offerings of prayer, when you go to him and you remember that your brother, you have an alt with them, leave your gift and go back to your brother and be reconciled. But they don't do that. Too superstitious, like Paul said. They feel like they can do something great, overblown, inflated devotions. And the simple thing of rectifying things with individuals, they can't do. Too superstitious. It's like when Solomon said, keep his commandments. He said, fear, then keep his commandments. When you look at the commandments deal with your relationship with the Most High. The first 5. And the last 5 dealt with your relationship with your brothers and other people that you come in contact with. Fearing Yah, reverencing him, and honoring your associations, even your adversaries, in a certain fashion. But people can't do that. The simplicity of Yah's order. So, brothers and sisters, when we see, and it's talking about too superstitious, I can give you many examples. I can give you many various scenarios. Matthew 11:25, when Joshua said, he thanking the Father that he hid these things from the wise and prudent. The wise and prudent are those type figures of those who were at Mars Hill. Those who today they feel like they got to do something great. Joshua said this was hidden from the wise and prudent, was revealed to babes and sucklings. Babes. The simplicity of Yah's order. So, when Naaman received that information from his servant, he experienced the power of the Most High working and healed him. He had to lose the superstition. Stevie Wonder, he told us back in the early 70s, very superstitious, writing on the wall. Very superstitious. Let me look it up. Very superstitious. Writings on the wall. Very superstitious. Ladders about to fall. 13-month-old baby broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck. The good things in your past. When you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition ain't the way. Like I said, people didn't want to split the pole. People think walking on the ladder. All that stuff was used. You didn't see, there were so many superstitious people Back in the day, a black cat cross your path, you have to go find it or kill or make an X where the black cat crossed the path and spit in it. Just crazy stuff. My wife talked about a relative that would not allow a woman to come in the house on Monday. Very superstitious. And this is what Paul said. We often looked over that scripture when we said superstitious. We thought it was something else. No, it was talking about us. Christianity has hurt us more than any other religious belief system has. Islam, it did its number, but Islam, it was formulated by indigenous people. Christianity was formulated by the children of the fallen. And what Christianity has done, it has empowered those who formulated, those who coined it. Christianity has not empowered us as Hebrews. That was for the Gentiles to receive. It taught us to look for things in the by and by. The doctrines of Christianity has oppressed us, while it uplifted the Gentiles. When I look around and I see that they still own everything, when I look around and I see that even those who are called millionaires and billionaires, how they are silenced, how they can't talk about certain things. When I look and see how a man by the name of West, how a few statements caused him to fall from a $6 billion status to a 400 million, that's oppression. The Father called us to take the kingdom, but we cannot take the kingdom being superstitious. And this superstition is deeply embedded in Christianity. To keep us docile, to keep us thinking on a limited basis. We can't even think beyond the little devotions that we do. When the Most High called us out of Egypt and we was in the wilderness of Sinai and he talked to us, he said, the whole earth is mine. The Father made an ecosystem where everything functioned together. It's time for us to understand the Father's created order and move beyond the world, because Christianity is part of the world. We got to look beyond because we are there. Christianity, I've seen, is better days. It's over. It's over like when Yahshua, when he died and there was an earthquake and the temple trembled and the veil was torn. You know what they did? They eventually went and got another veil and put it over. But guess what? The Father had already ushered in another era. It's the same today. COVID came and shook the world upside down. Shut these churches down. But just like those Pharisees and the Sanhedrin came and went and found another veil, so have church leaders done today. Trying to revamp, trying to reboot, trying to revitalize and rejuvenate the church and Christianity, and it's not the same, and they know it's not the same. If they would be totally honest, they would say, no, it's not the same, but they won't. Like the Sanhedrin, they saw that their gain of wealth had vanished, so they had to keep it going. It's the same today. And it wasn't too long after they went and found another veil to do all that 70 AD happened, and everything was sacked. When you deal with superstitions and all the tenets that Christianity is on, none but superstition and witchcraft. That's what it is, brothers and sisters. And so, when you look at the whole duty of man, You see that the Most High, he just want men to honor him. All this extra stuff that people trying to do, they borderline cultic. It's going to come crashing down. So don't let nobody try to scare you. All they doing is causing you to fear an ideology. Remember, Solomon said, fear Yah and keep his commandments. And he told us in Proverbs, the fear of Yah is the beginning of wisdom. Then he said the fear of Yah is the beginning of knowledge first. That's 1:9. And I think the 9th chapter, he said the fear of Yah is the beginning of wisdom. Fear Yah. That's who you give your energy to. When you fear something, you're giving your energy to it and you exalt it. And that's what's going on. And everything else that's being feared is doing it on the base of some form of religious persuasion, which Paul calls superstitious, because you will grow deeper and deeper into it and bring more energy to it. That's why Paul told them, I perceive y'all too superstitious. Y'all trying to do all this stuff, trying to do all this extra stuff. And the candor of the Most High is straightforward. And you will receive more benefits by allowing the Father to deal with you according to what he placed in you. We got a job to do. We got a job to finish, y'all. It looks kind of bleak because my wife and I, we went to this play, this one-man play. He did a beautiful job. He's an actor. And I was looking at it, was at Washington U. We all over because we believe in our assignment. We just ain't confined to just doing one thing. We say a prayer to the Most High and we off because we got a job to do. Let me finish my thought before I close. I just was reminded what I was going to say about the shift that happened with the COVID and how everything just topsy-turvy and they trying to put things together again. But the Father has already ushered in another era, whether you believe it or not. We have already entered, and this era is going to cause for more individuality. We're going to be a unit, but it's going to get down to the wire. Everybody trying to just join and be together all with a group. That was the era in the past. We have moved into another era. You ain't got to believe me. Just keep on believing what you believe and you will see it manifest. We have moved into another era, y'all. And the time where, we gathered all together as one and did things together, we're going to be scattered and doing things together in our own individual calling, because the Father got to build us up. We got a lot to learn and we got a lot to receive from the Most High, because we aren't ready to be managers in the earth. That's what it means when he said in Genesis 1:26, let them have dominion, let them manage. We ain't ready yet, but the Father is going to make us ready. That's why he tore that church stuff apart. I know a lot of preachers may think I'm blaspheming, but y'all going to see. He tore it apart because he's calling for men and women to stand and move about the calling that the vocation that he placed on them. Yah has allocated a task according to the talents he gave us. And he is going to fulfill his purpose in all of us. Superstition must be obliterated. It has no place in where we are today, in the era that has been ushered in. And so, brothers and sisters, hey, I just want to talk to you. So, there you have it, man. people that's still trying to hold on to the Christian doctrine. And you also have, Christianity, and you also have Hebrews. You have people trying to fuse Christian and Hebrews together. It's a mess. Even some of the Hebrew camps, they're going to be devastated because one person, almost like the church, is being exalted. The Father got a people, and we got a whole world to impact in all various areas. There are going to be things that the church or some of the Hebrew camps have called wicked. They're going to see that the Father going to manifest and work through those areas. The Father ain't limited. How dare anybody to limit the Father? That's why I say fear Yah, keep his commandments. He didn't say fear Yah and ignore his commandments. Because when you deal with the commandments, let me tell you something. Paul, when he talked to the Greeks in Athens on Mars Hill, and he told them they were too superstitious. He was about to lay down the commandments of the Most High, abbreviated versions. Everything that's written in Scripture, all the law, it rests upon the commandments of the Most High. Don't know if you knew that, but now you do. Yahshua himself said, I didn't come to destroy the law, but I come to fulfill. Paul gave abbreviated versions. Peter, in his letter, he gave abbreviated versions of the law, which ties into the commandments. Remember, the commandments is how you treat your father, how you reverence your father, and how you treat your fellow man. And that's what Solomon tried to convey to us. That's what he conveyed to us. And that's what we must understand. So, brothers and sisters, I just wanted to talk to you. Hopefully, someone will receive something from this message. Because me and my house, my wife, you may see us wherever. But we all going to be on assignment, all of us, real soon. And we're going to infiltrate every facet of the Father's earth. Believe you me on that. And if you don't believe me, just watch. You'll see. I'm Cyrano D. Ramont. Shalom.